Flipping through the spines again, another treasure in my hand. It's the hunt that sets me free, building this whole dream you see. Going full time, day by day, let the good vibes light the way. So if you dig this kind of quest, go on and put my channel to the test. Give a thumbs up, don't be shy, hit subscribe as you float by.
Hello everyone, this is Michael Dixie Flipper. I am sorry I've been gone so long. I think it's been about a week or a week and a half. Let me see when my last upload was. June 21st. So yeah, it's only been 2 weeks. Wow, time flies. Hey guys, sorry about that. Main reason was I was moving the storage units from my old storage units to a new one where I was getting the rent free for the entire rest of the year. You know, I paid the first month's rent, and then it was a promotion they were running, so I had to get that taken care of. So I do apologize. So just go over a quick overview of what's going on. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just doing something really quick. Okay, perfect. Okay, so sorry, get back to what I was doing. So how things have been going? It's been going pretty good. Last month I ended, well, let's just do this. So last month we're going to do July, since we started a new month altogether, so July 1st through 31st. Just kind of give you a rundown of where I ended the month at. For it. Perfect. So total income for last month was $2,300.48.73. That mainly came from my Dixie Flipper store, the main store, on that side. My cost of sales was $1,803.54. That does include inventory that I did purchase for $168.42. Sorry. On that side, as well as the shipping costs and all that kind of stuff. So my gross profit is $545.19. Other business products of the eBay store, the office supplies, the storage unit, of course, which I had to pay $2 a month. This month I have no storage unit cost, which is awesome. I'm a subscription. So after everything's said done, I ran a negative $147.50. Now that's because of that second storage unit. I did have to pay that first month rent up front to get the entire year, the rest of the year free. So that should go down pretty quickly on that side. So far in August, just running the report. So as of today, which is August 3rd, my income is $260.85. That has come from my Dixie Flipper store of $255.76, and my Dixie Post, which is $5.09. My cost of goods, so cost of inventory, are sold. Cost of inventory is $3.58. So far, everything is $357.19. So cost of it, the inventory that, now remember, I am switching from pricing everything out, so like a CD would be 50 cents, to just doing an in and out. What money I spent going out, what money I spent coming in. I know there's a word for it, I just can't think of it right now. So the cost of sold inventory is inventory that's old, that predates that when I made that change. So that's why it's $3.58. It doesn't make sense. Now I did make another a CD lot purchase of 200. The first one that came in was really good. Now you're going to run into, it's a 200 whole lot of CDs. So basically what you would see in like an unsorted CD palette or something like that. There was cracked cases. The CDs, all of them weren't in really pristine condition. There was a mix of really good ones and really bad ones, but they all did play. I did test them all on that. So overall, I believe it was still a good purchase. So I did another, a lot of them going forward. So $76.85 is what that cost me. My listing platforms, that's $126.23 on my eBay stores. Shipping shipping fees are $98. Shipping supplies $7.24, and then transaction fees, so promoted, is $45. So gross inventory is negative $96.34 on there, and then of course my store subscriptions is 103. Wait, go through here. Oh, shipping supplies, storage supplies, $7 and that. So okay, sorry. So my eBay store fees were $103.85. So my ongoing operating profit is a negative $219. So we will, get that back moving forward. So okay, so that's what's been happening. I have filled up my last shelving, so I have 2 shelves left of big totes that I have to go through. I have these totes behind me that I have to go through. I will get those done either today or tomorrow, for sure tomorrow. Then I'll pull off the next 10, and then I'll consolidate and move everything over to that one. So I'm almost done with it. I am already thinking ahead of how I'm going to move forward with it, using that storage unit to my advantage, maybe on that side, but we'll go from there. One thing I did want to just touch base on, I don't know how many of you guys saw it. It was a podcast done by Profit First Reseller, I believe, and his friend. I'm sorry, I don't remember his other one, but it had Mason T on it from Pegasus Lounge. I don't know about you, I have a love-hate relationship with the guy. I think some of the things he talked about is right on the money, and I think a lot of stuff is not. And this came out to be, I couldn't quite put my hand on why I didn't like Mason T. What I didn't agree with him. I was like a lot of resellers where I'm like, just don't like his wording. I don't like how he put things. I think he is, I don't know, in a sense it feels like he's downgrading what we do. Now I know that he doesn't, he'll say he doesn't, he thinks reselling is a platform where it's a step to the next level, which in his apparent opinion, and Mason T, if you ever listen to this, which I really doubt you will, it would be more of the fact of it's a step ladder to something else that doesn't require your involvement in. And I think that's where it hits. Profit First Reseller, I forget his name. What is his name? I should know his name. Let me just check. Profit First Reseller. Yeah, there he is. Okay. Oh, what is his? Well, I just know who you are, Profit First Reseller. That's all.
What is
Come on, what's your name? Either way, he's a great guy. I like watching his video. He was the one that created the quiet tape. I don't know if I quite believe that. I think it is quieter than most tapes, but I don't have a problem of doing packing videos and that, so I don't buy them. But what the biggest conflict I saw in that podcast was that Mason T definition of a business is different than what most resellers, including Profit First Resellers, definition is. He goes with the definition with what Westford Dictionary says, which is basically anything, anytime someone conducts business where money changes hands, it's considered business, as well as that's what the IRS uses to tax us on there. Mason T definition, in my opinion, tell me I'm wrong, Mason T, I welcome your opinion, is that it is a business is something that you can have that you don't have to be a part of, that you don't have to do the daily operations. So you have an employee that does it, or you have a program that checks it. It is to make sure that whatever business operations you have going, that there's a backup to it. So, example, me, I do everything here. I fulfill the order, I get the order, I list the order, or list the product, I put it on the shelf, I pull it when it needs to, I do everything. So if I become sick or ill, that where I can't do that, say I break my leg and I'm out for 6 weeks with a cast. So obviously I can't go and pick orders. So in that case, in Mason's version, for me to be considered a business would be me having a backup. So my wife, but really that isn't really a backup. So it would be it's a backup for me because my wife would do that for me. But in his version, a backup would be an employee that would come in and pick the orders and ship them for me. So I wouldn't have to be there. So something to back you up, your operations of your business. I do agree with you. I don't agree with Mason. I don't agree with you on the fact that you're changing the definition of business. And I know you would probably argue very passionately, which I appreciate, that you aren't. You are using the definition that the books that you've read from are using as the definition of business. Okay, that's your business. That's what your definition is. But I'm with Profit First Reseller. We don't change the definitions of words. What Westford Dictionary says, what the IRS says, that's what a business is. It might not be a business that you like and that you want to pursue, and that's all good and dandy. But that's what my definition is, and I think that's what most 90% resellers and people that do business believe as well. Other than that, that's my take. I know that's probably old news, and that's fine, but that's something that just popped in my head that I wanted to talk about. In the rest of this week, I'm going to get that consolidation going, get on to getting listing again for those CDs that are coming in, as well as relisting my old inventory through Listeasier to have them optimized. I am really excited. Josh from Listeasier just said that he is bringing out the Volt and the Regenerator, which I am really excited to hear. The Volt, as my understanding is a system where you can put it in there. So we've all had eBay listings that magically disappear. Well, if that happened, you just look for it in your Volt, and then you can put it right back on without having to redo the pictures, redo the listing, or anything like that. And then the refresh is you can take old listings, you can throw it, it will regenerate the listings with a new title, new item specifics, new description, everything. and it puts it right back on. So I'm really excited about that. I don't have an affiliate code with Listeasier, but I would highly recommend it on that side. But thank you again for watching. You have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
This is the good stuff. Flipping through the spines of history, lost inside a dusty mystery. Found a mint condition dream, a perfect centerpiece for the stream. Yeah, I'm curating the collection now, making this my livelihood somehow. Every disc and record has its place, with a full-time smile right on my face.